You're not overwhelmed, you're undisciplined. And I know that's not comfortable to hear. It feels better to say you have too much going on, too many responsibilities, too much pressure, too many expectations. But let's slow this down. Overwhelm isn't caused by volume, it's caused by lack of control. Two people can have the same workload. One feels focused, the other feels overwhelmed. Why? Because one has structure, the other has chaos. Overwhelm is often unstructured thinking, unclear priorities, open loops, constant distractions, no boundaries. And when your attention is scattered, everything feels heavy. You don't feel overwhelmed because there's too much to do. You feel overwhelmed because you don't know what to do first, so you avoid. You scroll, you procrastinate, you switch tasks, you half-finish things. And every unfinished task becomes mental noise. That noise builds pressure. That pressure feels like overwhelm, but it's not workload, it's disorder. Discipline is not about intensity. It's about clarity. It's deciding, this is what I'm doing right now. Not 5 things, 1 thing. Overwhelm grows in ambiguity. Discipline grows in definition. If your day has no structure, your mind will try to process everything at once. And your brain is not built for that. Your brain is built for focus. But focus requires elimination. Most people don't eliminate, they accumulate. Tabs open, notifications on, tasks started, no clear shutdown time, no prioritization, just constant input. Of course you feel overwhelmed. You're overstimulated. There's a difference. Overstimulation feels like overwhelm, but the solution isn't less responsibility. It's more discipline. Discipline in what you consume, discipline in what you commit to, discipline in what you ignore. You don't need to do less. You need to decide more. Decide what matters. Decide what can wait. Decide what doesn't belong. Undisciplined attention creates emotional chaos. Disciplined attention creates calm. You think calm people have easier lives. They don't. They have clearer boundaries. Overwhelm often hides avoidance. You say, I have so much to do. But if we looked closely, we'd see something else. You don't want to choose. Because choosing eliminates alternatives, and eliminating alternatives feels risky. So you keep everything open, and everything open creates stress. Discipline closes loops, overwhelm keeps them open. If you want to reduce overwhelm, do something simple. Write everything down, all of it, then choose 3 things, not 10. 3. Do those. Finish them, then stop. That's discipline. It's not glamorous, it's controlled. Overwhelm is emotional, discipline is mechanical, and mechanical systems beat emotional states. Another uncomfortable truth. You don't feel overwhelmed when you're deeply focused. When you're locked into one task, time disappears. Stress decreases, energy stabilizes. That's not because the work is easy, it's because your mind isn't fragmented. Fragmentation feels heavy, unity feels powerful. Right now, your attention is fragmented, and fragmentation creates the illusion of being buried. But you're not buried, you're scattered. Scattered people feel overwhelmed. Structured people feel in control, even under pressure. Pressure is not the enemy. Lack of structure is. You can have high responsibility and low overwhelm. But you cannot have low discipline and low overwhelm. That's the trade. You want calm? Build structure. You want clarity? Eliminate distractions. You want energy? Stop switching tasks. Multitasking is anxiety disguised as productivity. Discipline is boring. Overwhelm is dramatic. But boring wins. Overwhelm is often self-created through undisciplined inputs. Too much media, too many opinions, too many commitments, too many open loops. You don't need a life reset. You need attention discipline. The moment you control your inputs and define your outputs, overwhelm shrinks. Because your brain stops guessing, it starts executing, and execution feels powerful. Overwhelm feels powerless. That's the real difference. If this felt uncomfortable, good. It means you're seeing something. You're not overwhelmed, you're unstructured, you're not buried, you're scattered. And scattered can be fixed, one decision at a time, one focus block at a time, one boundary at a time. Discipline doesn't remove pressure, it organizes it. And organized pressure builds strength. If this hit, subscribe. We don't build comfort here. We build control, built beyond comfort. Growth begins where comfort ends. Part 1 was about the why. Part 2 is about the how. You know you're undisciplined. Now, what are you going to do about it? Most people wait for a feeling. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the right time. But action doesn't follow a feeling. The feeling follows the action. Momentum isn't found. It's manufactured through movement. Discipline is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. It's not about doing it when you're motivated. It's about doing it when you're not, especially when you're not. That is where the growth happens. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you are comfortable, you are standing still, and standing still is dying. Let's talk about the mechanics of the start. Stop thinking about the whole mountain. Just look at the next step. If you have an impulse to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain will kill the idea. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's not a motivational quote. It's a survival mechanism for your productivity. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. A goal is a destination. A system is the engine. Stop worrying about the finish line. Start perfecting the process. The process is where the discipline lives. Repetition is the father of learning and the mother of discipline. Do it again and again until it becomes mechanical. Discipline is also about what you say no to. Every yes to a distraction is a no to your future self. Protect your time. Protect your attention. It is the only currency that actually matters. Clean the environment, remove the friction. If you want to be disciplined, make it easy to be disciplined. You have two choices, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Both are sacrifices. You just have to choose which one you can live with. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Don't carry that weight for the rest of your life. The climb is hard, the view from the top is worth it, but you'll never see it if you're too busy being overwhelmed. No more excuses, no more unclear priorities. Pick one thing, start now, not tomorrow, now. If you're ready to build control, subscribe. Growth begins where comfort ends, built beyond comfort. Action is the start, discipline is the bridge, but habit is the destination. Part 3 is about making excellence your default state. Most people fail because they confuse intensity with discipline. They go hard for 3 days and quit. Discipline isn't a sprint, it's a standard. Excellence is not a singular act. It's 1,000 small decisions made correctly, day after day, until they require no thought at all. To change your results, you must change your identity. Stop saying, "I'm trying to be disciplined." Start saying, "I am a disciplined person." Don't look for radical shifts. Look for 1% improvements. Compounded over time, 1% becomes an unrecognizable transformation. Water doesn't carve stone through power. It carves stone through persistence. Be the water. Trust the process. When discipline becomes a habit, it no longer feels heavy. It feels like freedom. The freedom from having to negotiate with yourself every single morning. Your life is a reflection of the standards you tolerate. If you tolerate chaos, you get overwhelm. If you tolerate only excellence, you get control. You aren't undisciplined because you're weak. You're undisciplined because you haven't decided who you want to be yet. Make the decision. This is the end of the series, but the beginning of your work. You have the tools. Now go execute. Built beyond comfort. Subscribe if you're ready for more uncomfortable truths. Growth begins where comfort ends. Comfort is the enemy.